eliminating the threat would be awesome. Matter of fact, especially when it comes to cybersecurity, cybercrime is obviously on the rise. And right now, the fastest e-crime that is out there, the breakout time is 27 seconds, and it's actually been an 89% increase thanks to AI.
Yeah, this is getting scary. Attackers have bypassed security on big names like MGM Resorts, Uber, and AT&T. Their target customer information.
All right, our next guest is actually the author of the book, Cyberstorm Rising, Blocking Hackers Before They Cripple You. Please welcome cybersecurity expert Nadeem Azhar. Very important stuff. Glad to have you here, man.
Nadeem,
this is
great to
very
have you.
important.
Yeah, so this topic hits close to home because recently our executive producer was the victim of some cyber hacking and his bank accounts were completely drained. That said, is it easy to fall victim without knowing?
It is very easy.
Yeah.
And even experts like us sometimes fall for these things. And let me just give you a little bit of history. Between 22 and 24, there was a 400% increase in cybercrime. That was from Microsoft. So Microsoft did their own study. And you may have noticed that since then, Microsoft has put some stricter rules in place. For example, MFA. Microsoft by default will enable MFA on all accounts. It didn't used to be that way. After that study, they were like, uh-oh, people are not doing this, even though MFA has been available for years and years. And that's the thing. So keeping that in mind, one of the other trends that I'm seeing more recently is that small businesses are falling for issues that happen at their partners and their vendors and other, even customers.
Right.
And that's a huge issue because when I talk to business people, they're like, Nadeem, I can't control other businesses. You can't, but there are certain things that you can do to protect yourself. And we'll get into that as well. But there are 5 things that I come up with that, that are easy to remember, and you can just, go through them. And if you don't even remember any of those 5, I'm going to give you one thing to focus on that you should be able to remember no matter what.
Yeah.
So I'll go to that at the end.
Okay.
Let me start with the first one.
Okay, phishing emails. I mean, we see them out there a lot. A little bit of social engineering. Why does that still work so well, these phishing emails?
Humans.
Yeah?
That's why it works, because we're all human. And one of the things that you can do to protect yourself, and I was going to keep it till the end, but I'll tell you now.
Okay.
So one of the things that you can do is whenever there is a sense of urgency, you should pause, right? Because a mentor once told me a long time ago, he was a salesperson, great salesperson, and he says, Nadeem, time kills all deals. He was so right. And it's not because of the hackers or the scammers and their mentality, it's humans.
Yeah.
Right? And when we want to sell something, if you delay, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You need to just close it, right? And the hackers are doing the same thing. They want to close it. So if you pause, you step back, they're going to go to somebody else. Now, security is like an onion. It's layers.
Sure.
The more layers you have, the better you are, because if I'm the hacker, I peel 1 layer, I peel 2 layers. By the 3rd one, I'm like, there's easier targets out there. I'm going to go somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
So the more layers you have, the better it is. And the 5 layers that you should have are the ones, starting with having complex passwords. I still see people who have such easy passwords to remember, like the name of your dog or your wife's birth date, or things like that. Like
simple ones.
Don't do that, and always make sure that you use different password for every platform that you use.
That's such a nightmare.
I know.
Okay, so a lot of time getting on the internet to use those passwords, a lot of people are using public Wi-Fi, but there's hidden dangers there.
Yeah.
There are hidden dangers. There always use some sort of a VPN. So VPNs, like you can get one for, $30-40 a year. I mean, it's almost nothing. But always use a VPN when you're on some sort of a public Wi-Fi.
Great
but
advice.
more importantly, if you have different passwords for every platform, then even if one gets compromised, the others are protected.
Yeah.
Now, here's how you can make it easier to remember those passwords. Get a good password manager.
Okay.
I'm not affiliated with any of them, but get a good password manager. And the good thing about password managers, they will create a random password for you. So it's not going to be your dog's name. It's not going to be anybody's birthday. It's going to be an actual random password.
Nadeem, great information. Where can our viewers go for more?
So you can go to nadeemazhar.com. All this info is up there, my book and everything. And my book goes into a lot of details. Even MFA, MFA is one of those things, we touched on it a little bit, multi-factor authentication. You want to enable it on any platform that supports it. And nowadays, pretty much every platform.
Makes a lot of
stuff.
sense.
Shadi,
We'll have links
thank
on our
you.
website to make sure, and there's safe links too, so don't worry about that. DailyFlashShow.com. Extremely important stuff right here on the show.
But that's what the hackers would say, right?
You're right. Good point.
No, but they are actually
Touche.
safe.
That's very good.